Hello and welcome to my really cool audio-visual assessment for digital economy. But how can we define the digital economy? The digital economy refers to an economy that is based on digital technologies, including digital communication networks, computers, and software. Digital economy is also sometimes called the internet economy, new economy, or the web economy. According to US economist and statistician Thomas Massenburg in his 2001 paper, 3 components distinguish the digital economy from the regular economy. These are infrastructure, e-business, and e-commerce. Some features of the digital economy are internet-powered, world-encompassing, fast-paced, data-driven, and competitive. Now that we have a basic understanding of what digital economy is, I can outline my idea for a strategic business change in response to an important phenomenon in the evolution of digital economy. In response to artificial intelligence, I believe Mattel should make an AI Barbie doll that interacts with its user. According to expertmarketresearch.com, quote, Mattel Inc. is one of the world's largest and most well-known toy manufacturers. The company's portfolio includes iconic brands such as Barbie, Hot Wheels, Fisher-Price, and American Girl doll. Mattel's strategy of broadening its products line and embracing new technology positions it for future growth and success in the competitive toy industry, end quote. In response to this, I assume Mattel is already working on some form of AI Barbie doll or product. Barbie's rebrands often mirror larger societal movements. These updates signal that Barbie's identity was never static, but responsive to cultural dialogue, ensuring the doll always felt at home in its present moment. Let's take a look at my business idea and apply it to SWOT. Let's take it step by step, first with the strengths. First off, voice interaction is one of the most impactful features in an AI-enabled children's toy. Powered by Advanced Natural Language Processing, or NLP, these toys can understand and respond to spoken commands and questions, enabling meaningful two-way conversations. For example, the Luna robot and Rux robot use NLP to engage children in interactive dialogue, making them feel as if they are conversing with a companion rather than a toy. This fosters language development, listening skills, and verbal expression in children, which is especially beneficial for young users learning new words and phrases. This can also link to emotional recognition, enabling toys to interpret a child's emotion and respond accordingly. Toys like Emo AI are advanced enough to read a child's tone of voice, facial expression, and gestures. The ability to recognize and respond to emotion promotes emotional intelligence in children, helping them identify and manage their own feelings. Something like that might be helpful to parents who aren't used to regulating their own emotions, let alone their child's. Hand in hand with strengths are weaknesses, and AI can produce a lot of them. For starters, producing toys with AI could be seen as exploiting children to respond to a growing increase in demand. According to Ackman Research and Consulting, the global smart/AI toy market size accounted for $12.7 billion in 2023 and is projected to achieve a market size of $40.1 billion by 2032, growing at a CAGR of 13.8% from 2024 to 2032. Another thing to take into consideration are the ethical considerations, such as developmental social skills, privacy and data collection, overdependence, and social isolation. AI dolls might provide a sense of companionship or a friend, but at what cost? AI toys could produce real-world interactions, especially in vulnerable or neurodivergent children. This may encourage them to form an artificial social bubble, delaying the development of critical interpersonal skills. AI in toys is a relatively new thing. However, this presents an interesting challenge, which brings me to the next part of the SWOT review, opportunities. Not many toys have included AI, as it is such a recent development in our day and age. By producing a Barbie AI doll, Mattel would be one step ahead of its competitors. Another thing to mention is Barbie itself is such an iconic brand, it delves way beyond just a doll. Barbie has over 42 movies, merchandise, and several TV shows. Barbie is iconic enough to drive demand just by being a well-established brand, always trying to adapt to its surrounding. This graph here shows the increase in Barbie sales and its steady high demand they created, according to Statistica. We now move on to the fourth and final section, threats. The biggest threat posed is the fact that there isn't much research into toys with AI. While research on AI toys is growing at a rapid rate, it is still relatively a new area compared to the other fields of AI research. Why should a company develop a toy without knowing its long-term impacts? Another threat we need to understand is backlash from researchers and parents. A mother, who I will keep anonymous, from South Carolina, posted her opinion about the Luna robot on Reddit. Quote, "I thought the Luna robot was going to help my youngest, but now he solely depends on it. He won't use any of his other toys, and he refuses to speak to me, and refuses to speak to this robot. That robot is not replacing me as a mother," end quote. These threats might be a reason as to why Mattel is taking a step back and seeing how their other competitors' products are being received by the general public. In conclusion, in response to all of my research, making an AI Barbie doll would make sense for Mattel's next business move. A little down the road. I believe more research and more laws need to be taken into consideration before all the big toy companies start developing toys integrated with AI. By comparing both its iconic status and the positive research completed thus far, once we have a little more knowledge of the impacts of AI on children, an AI Barbie doll, based on my research, would be a positive step in the right direction for both Mattel and their business.